My hat! Right, so here we have 3 tires. I've already washed these. So one thing that you want to do is just use dish soap. Uh, Dawn works. There's other brands out there. And these are the wheels. So the wheels are just going to snap off, and that's it. So these are very, very easy to work with. And each one has a front and a rear wheel. So you have your wheels here, and then you have your tires on this other side. I'm doing this with one hand. There we go. And tires, I generally wash them first, and I wash them with soap, and I use the abrasive side, and then I just kind of spin this, and I'm applying pressure right here, right to the bead. And the reason why is there's a release agent that is added to the molds so that the rubber doesn't stick to the molds. And you want to get rid of that. So all I'm doing is I'm scrubbing, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the bead on the other side. And that is all I'm going to do. Now, once I'm finished with this, then I get to wash the tire. Now, one thing that you're going to notice when you wash the tires, you're going to get a lot of water in here. And that's fine. If you shake it up, you're not going to get rid of all the water. I mean, you can grab a towel and try to soak it up, but then you're going to soak up an entire towel really fast. So one thing to do is just grab this here, and you just turn it this way, and you hold the tire this way, so it'll look like this, and then the water will just run out. So all the water inside, right, there's a bunch of water, press here, turn like this, and then the water will just run out. You'll get most of it, and then you can just use your towel, finish drying it up. Now on the wheels, luckily for you, there's no paint there, because it's not going to glue well to the painted surface. So that's where the glue is going to go. It's in that white portion, and I'm going to glue them in a bit. But the other thing too is you have to clean the wheels. Use the abrasive side and just kind of run it along. If you have a little bit of sandpaper, you can also scuff that up. So I recommend you scuff that plastic off right where the glue is going to go. If you actually remove some of the paint inside, that works as well. The main thing you want to do is clean the tires well, and then scuff up the wheels right where they're going to glue on to the tires. Now, once they're all washed, you want to dry them out. So I just dried them out with a towel. But then you want to grab some alcohol, and on the wheel, you want to go right along here, right around the rim and inside. So you want to just use some rubbing alcohol and clean everything up. Now, I've already done the rest of these. But one thing, you can use a paper towel, you can use a regular towel, just a clean rag. But you are going to have to flip through it. This is from the tires, so that's normal when you run the towel there. So you want to make sure it's cleaned with a little bit of alcohol, even after you've washed them with, and scrubbed them. Then after that, you are set. The alcohol will just evaporate. Don't worry about drying it out. One thing that you have to notice is these tires are all non-directional, so it doesn't matter if you mount them right or left, really. But one side says Tamiya. So you have Tamiya. Mount this on the outside of the wheel. So you're just going to grab the wheel, and you're going to stick the wheel at an angle. It's kind of like this. And then you're just going to stretch the rubber over it. And you're just going to pull on it. Oh, pulled too much. And it should seat on the wheel. And then do it to the other side. And that is it. So you're going to do that to all 4 wheels. So that was a rear. Let me do a front. It's the same process. Right? Grab one. Make sure Tamiya is on the outside. So I like putting the wheel from the back and then going forward. To be honest, it doesn't really matter with these wheels. There we go. And then you just flip it. You do the same thing. And I'm kind of holding it with one finger as I push and pull so that it doesn't come out. But there we go. So we have a front wheel and a rear wheel, and they are ready to be glued. So now at this point, you're only going to be gluing one face at a time. And then you're going to let it dry. And then you're going to glue the other face. So for now, I'm going to glue the front. And I'm going to be using this J Concepts CA glue. You can use any type of CA glue. Really, this just happens to be what I have. AKA makes some really good glue as well. You could even use super glue if you want. I mean, super glue is related to CA glues, similar glues. Now, you're going to be pulling up on the tire to reveal the bead. So I'm just going to put some glue in here, put a drop, and then I'm just going to watch that glue, if you can see, just kind of run down the wheel. So it started there, it's now over here. So it's almost a quarter of the way. Actually, it's a quarter of the way. Then I'm going to lift again further up here. I'm actually halfway on the wheel. I'm going to pour some more glue in there. Don't go too crazy. Don't pour too much. I mean, there's only so much. If you pour too much, then just kind of hold it open. Hold the wheel like this at an angle. And then the glue will just start running down the wheel. And I actually do like gluing these. Actually, that's all the glue I needed. I have glue all over. Notice there's no residue or anything. I got all the glue inside. I need to cap my glue. Now, once I do this, if you have, there's different bands that you can use. I'm just going to use these Produce rubber bands. I don't know, these were probably off broccoli or something. Broccoli's delicious. I like broccoli. Actually, I like the stalk. The stalk's my favorite part, which is the part that most people throw away. But the stalk with a little bit of butter and salt, or even just steamed. But anyway, I'll grab the rubber band and then I'll just place it there and then I'll let this sit. So that's the face. Now let's just say you're finished with the face and this is dry. Well, you can flip it. Say this is the flipped tire. You're going to do the same thing to it. It's the exact same thing. So you're just going to pull on this to reveal that portion and you're going to drop the glue in here. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to pour some glue inside of here. And don't overdo it because sometimes it'll glue really quick. So if you pull too much on the tire and it comes out, sometimes it'll glue. Overdid it. You can accidentally glue this like this and then your truck won't run properly. So make sure you don't pull too much on it. So as soon as you put the glue on, you want the tire to seat where it's supposed to sit. And nice drop. And there it goes. There it goes. All right, so the glue's running. All right. I'm just watching the glue run. It's all inside. All right. And the reason why I'm pulling on this part of the tire so that the glue runs, but I want it to run inside of that bead. And I almost went all the way through. There we go. All right, perfect. So I meant all the way. So really, you just need to pour in two sections and then just let the glue do its thing and run. I'm going to grab another rubber band. So once it dries, you can take the rubber band off. But you're just going to do this, and like I said, like flipping it once. And the rubber band is just to hold the tire tight against the wheel. That is it. So for gluing, that is all you have to do. So now I'm going to glue these off camera, and then we'll show you the next steps to complete your man truck.